What do you make of that?
So he was there, and he made a statement after he testifies. And the most important thing that he says, basically, is Michael Cohen did this on his own. That's what Michael Cohen told me, in effect, is what he's saying. That this was all his idea. Okay, fair enough. There's no way, though, that you can bring this case without corroborating evidence of what Michael Cohen is saying. Everyone recognizes Michael Cohen is going to be somewhere between a difficult and a terrible witness because he's pled guilty. Because he's pled guilty, including to making false statements. So he's going to be a problematic witness. There's no way you don't have other evidence to back up what Michael Cohen is saying. You
also have Trump's current attorney and is also his former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, admitting that Trump knew about the payment. So what's the defense here? The defense is that this was a nuisance lawsuit.
Wake up.
He paid the money.
Halt. You violated the law. Pay the fine or I will have to take matters into my own hands. That's what I would say to Donald Trump if I saw him right now. I'd say, sir, you have violated the law one too many times. This guy said whack fit. I'm sorry. Ethan Klein's thoughts would never say that my fit is whack. Okay? Ethan Klein would never in a million years say this fit is whack. And also, objectively good fit. Like, let's be real. Maybe you didn't see it when I originally posted it on my Instagram. So I'll just give you an opportunity to maybe recollect your thoughts here, okay? And even possibly give it a like while you're there on my Instagram, looking at the fit and seeing objectively that it is a good fit. Here it is, pretty classic, pretty clean. Maybe you can talk about the sizing of it a little bit. Obviously, the sizing of it is not great. It's a little short on the arms, and it's a little tight on the arms as well. I do have some, big-ass biceps, but here, go ahead. Give it a little like. Give it a little like. Give it a little comment in there. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's decent, but nothing special. I know. I tried to spruce it up a little bit with a bolo tie. Tried to spruce it up a little bit with, he said, all fat, no muscle. That's crazy. I think now we're just, are you trying to edge me into showing you some videos of me deadlifting or something? Is that what's going on? Because I'm aware of your games, okay? I'm aware of the games you play. How are you supposed to remove the tag on the sleeve? The tag is supposed to go. Dude, I know. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to fuck it up. Are you negging me a little bit? Is that what's going on? Huh? I see what you're doing. I'm aware of your cunning ways, chatter. 40-month subscriber. Oh, you're so fat. It'd be a real shame if you showed us how little muscles you have. So fat. You know? Yeah, I mean, I'll take the bait. Here's my fat ass repping 405 for 8 with no belt.
Just rip your weight. I know it's an interesting topic.
What's that about? What's going on there, chat?
After you rip this set.
Chatter, you see that?
All right, strong heels. Yeah. There's my trust fall. Flying. 5. Come on. 6. Jesus Christ. 7. Come on, baby. Come on. Pull. Yeah.
The Streamer Award fit was good, but this suit is better. Compensate much? I don't know if you know this, but like we're having fun, my friend. Like we're just fucking around. Like it was a joke. Like I was just playing off of what chat was saying. This is like when two people are having fun, and then the third person comes in and is like, fucking got him. Oh, you were just kidding too? Okay, well, you know. I'll admit it's a pretty good-ass fit, but if you consider being more consistent with your vows and creating a system for providing suits for all your fans, true. Yeah, I think they liked the form so much they bookmarked it, it seems. Only 26 bookmarks, though. Not a lot of bookmarks. Yeah, I am wearing my Gators Daily shirt. Yes. Use a real bar, lol. Okay, certified bag chaser. How about you chase your own fucking gains instead of criticizing me? Sakura Gore! Thank you for the 50 gifted. God damn, you're crazy. You're crazy with it. 50 people. Holy shit. Yeah, but let's get back to it. Sorry. Honest question, do you ever think about getting some ad money on Insta? 50K likes in an hour, some serious numbers? I don't even want to do that.
But he didn't know exactly how it was going to be classified. He didn't know it was going to be classified, they're going to say, as legal expenses, which is the misclassification, right? Is this idea that this was hush money, but instead they called it legal expenses. And they're going to say he didn't know that it was being registered as legal expenses. This was nothing to him. It was just in passing. He wasn't paying attention, et cetera. The prosecution, of course, will come forward and say, we have evidence that Donald Trump knew exactly what this was about.
And we'll see. We don't know if an indictment is going to happen or not. But you say of all the cases that Trump is facing, this one would not be in the top of your list.
This is the worst one. Of all the investigations out there, you've got Atlanta, which is about overturning the election there. You've got the federal one, which is about the mishandling of the classified documents and obstruction of justice. There's a lot of evidence in those cases. This is about something that happened 7 years ago. This is about something where the feds already investigated. This is definitely the weakest of the group.
All right, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so here's the reality of the situation, okay? As far as things to hit Trump on, paying hush money and misclassifying it, paying hush money to a porn star after an act of sex work, and then misclassifying it as though it's actually, something different. Yeah, it's the lowest rung. I mean, it's one where he is like objectively in the wrong, and people have gone to jail for it, right? For sure. The reason that this happened so long ago is because Trump's attorney general said that you can't prosecute a sitting president. Yeah, a sitting president. Yes. So there is that reality as well, okay? There is obviously that reality as well. They blocked and pushed for as long as they did, successfully. Okay? But it is kind of like putting Capone down for tax fraud, right? Nabbing him for tax fraud. That's kind of where that it's the similar mentality, basically. Okay? However, there is a very real RICO case that's taking place in Georgia at the moment, and that is around the phone call that Donald Trump had, the very perfect phone call that he had, where he was trying to desperately. I said that earlier, stole my take, lol. Yeah, exactly. I hadn't thought these things before. I'm stealing it from you. But he was trying to desperately plead I believe, Secretary of State at the time to find some votes. And the reality is he has done this a lot. There's a lot to hit Trump on. And in some respects, sorry, I just saw something. Things are going to be really fucking annoying for the rest of the day. But anyway, sorry. In some respects, the main point of defense from all of the Trump supporters. Wait, hold on. Okay. I thought my internet dropped. No. Donald Trump's defenders and people that worked under him and under his administration routinely blocked and pushed any kind of fucking criminal investigation being conducted on him, even though he was violating the law all the time. They said he's the president. You can't do anything about it. This is political. Now that he's no longer the president, you could technically prosecute him for shit. And now they're saying, well, it's been 4 years. You didn't do anything back then. How dare you do something now, as though you weren't the reason why they didn't stop doing it. And then the other defense, that's my favorite defense, okay? My favorite defense is like, well, there's all these other things that he did that you didn't care about. It's like, bro, at this point, Donald Trump's like wanton corruption, they're using it like it's a defense mechanism. They're saying like, well, he did a lot of fucking illegal shit and you didn't talk about any of that. It's like, that's not a defense, dog. That's not how that works, brother. That's not. Like, what do you mean? You violate the fucking law, okay? And you get punished for it. That's how it works. That's how it works for the everyday man, the average Joe. That's how it should work for Donald Trump as well. Now, you know, obviously, one of the things I got to talk about here is how much the right is, chirping in unison and going crazy, okay? But the other thing I got to talk about is how little the left has been pushing for this. Now, do I think personally that this is like trumped up charges? Do I think that this is personally the weakest thing that you could nab him on? Yeah, I do. But if I was a Democratic Party operative, I would never say that. If I was a Democratic Party operative, I would do exactly what Republicans do all the time. Why do we give you money? What the fuck is the purpose for us to vote for you? Not me, myself included, but like, people that do. Why? Is it so you can sit there and not fucking weaponize something like this against Donald Trump and the Republican Party? If I was a Democratic Party operative right now, what would I be doing? I'd be screaming from the mountaintops that Donald Trump is so far removed from the everyday common person that like he thinks he can not only get away and ruin the rule of law despite running on the rule of law, claiming that he is doing this for the rule of law, that he very much believes that he's above the law, and the same Republican Party is defending that. Is it okay? If we were to, I would literally do focus groups and figure out exactly what is the most targeted, most effective messaging where you could just talk about